Deuteronomy 24 1-22, through the Bible. Chapter 24. Theme: Divorce. This chapter begins with the Mosaic law of divorce. The remainder of the chapter is devoted to people-to-people relationships, in which mercy is to be shown. Friends, God is merciful, and He expects His people to exhibit mercy toward each other. The Mosaic law of divorce. When a man hath taken a wife, and married her, and it come to pass that she find no favor in his eyes, because he hath found some uncleanness in her, then let him write her a bill of divorcement, and give it in her hand, and send her out of his house. And when she is departed out of his house, she may go and be another man's wife. And if the latter husband hate her, and write her a bill of divorcement, and giveth it in her hand, and sendeth her out of his house, or if the latter husband die, which took her to be his wife, her former husband, which sent her away, may not take her again to be his wife, after that she is defiled, for that is abomination before the Lord, and thou shalt not cause the land to sin, which the Lord thy God giveth thee for an inheritance. Deuteronomy 24 1-4. Now, you may wonder why remarriage was put on that kind of basis. Well, because God doesn't agree to wife swapping, which this would amount to. There is to be no trading back and forth. This seems like a very easy form of divorce, does it not? It was very easy. Why did God permit it? Well, the Lord Jesus was approached with that question. They say unto him, Why did Moses then command to give a writing of divorcement, and to put her away? He saith unto them, Moses, because of the hardness of your hearts, suffered you to put away your wives, but from the beginning it was not so. And I say unto you, Whosoever shall put away his wife, except it be for fornication, and shall marry another, committeth adultery, and whoso marrieth her which is put away doth commit adultery. Matthew 19:7-9. Unfaithfulness to the marriage vow was the only grounds for divorce. There is some speculation about 1 Corinthians 7, opening up another reason, or basis for divorce. Jesus said that Moses was permitted to make this law, because of the hardness of their hearts. There are a great many things, which God permits, in His permissive will. He permits it, because of the hardness of our hearts. This is still true today, in many cases of divorce. It is also true, in many of our homes, and it is true in the personal lives of many individuals. God is merciful and gracious to us, and permits things in our lives, that are not in His direct will. It is His permissive will, that manifests His grace to us. Knowing this, it would behoove some of the more spiritual brethren, not to be so critical of other folk today. When a man hath taken a new wife, he shall not go out to war, neither shall he be charged with any business, but he shall be free at home 1 year, and shall cheer up his wife which he hath taken. Deuteronomy 24:5. God protects the home, even in the time of war. God regards the sacredness of the marriage vow. Varied regulations. If a man be found stealing any of his brethren of the children of Israel, and maketh merchandise of him, or selleth him, then that thief shall die, and thou shalt put evil away from among you. Deuteronomy 24:7. God condemns slavery. There is no question about that. When thou beatest thine olive tree, thou shalt not go over the boughs again, it shall be for the stranger, for the fatherless, and for the widow. When thou gatherest the grapes of thy vineyard, thou shalt not glean it afterward, it shall be for the stranger, for the fatherless, and for the widow. And thou shalt remember that thou wast a bondman in the land of Egypt, therefore I command thee to do this thing. Deuteronomy 24:20-22. God was taking care of those who were helpless, those less fortunate ones. God had a good poverty program, and the interesting thing is that it worked. We will see this a little later on when we get to the book of Ruth.